What's up, y'all? This is Wolfpack TCG here. We're doing a deck profile for the last of the year, at least for us. I don't know about you. You're probably going to be playing some more by the end of the year?
I'm going to try my best.
All right. So this is Derek. He goes by Spice, like that Old Spice. We placed third today, right?
First, buddy.
First?
For the first time in... No, I'm not going to get demonetized already.
All right. What did we play today?
Everybody has discounted this deck. It is the Clan Battle deck. It is we're running Shuji, we're running Machu. It's so much fun. It's so good.
I think you're the third person that was running that today. My first two matches were Clan, which I modified one of the decks.
That's good. That's good. This has been my pet deck since it first came out. I absolutely loved it. I think it's really, really strong. And I built it specifically, honestly, to combat against everybody's favorite Wing Zero.
Boo for Wing! Just kidding. I run it religiously.
I'm just kidding. To be fair, it's not that Wing is the issue, because Wing isn't the issue. I think it's blockers. I think if this is my anti-blocker deck.
I honestly hate the fact I have to run blockers in my Wing deck. I want to be able to just play Wing because I like Wing. But I digress. So out of the decks that have come out between, I think come January, we're going to be up to 7 and 8. Yeah, 7 and 8. Clan is by far your favorite?
Oh, easily by far my favorite. And the reason why is because it just works like so fluid. Everybody links to each other, and it searches out its pieces so well.
A lot of the GD02 support, honestly, was really looked kind of just skimmed by really late, and I've noticed that the community is really going, GD02 is bad or GD03 is bad, and they're not really like...
GD02
they're not really looking at the cards and looking at what we got.
But you know what? I think that both the starter decks that we got, both starter decks were amazing. Between the Clan Battle and the Iron Bloom, so good.
Speaking of which, we're going to be doing a giveaway for those. Make sure you guys stay tuned for those uploads. But with that being said, so are you going to be running the new support that's coming out in GD03 for Clan?
I don't know. And it's a hard, I hate, well, for sure the new suppression for G-Quux, yes, absolutely. But for Neon, love the card, love G-Fred, it's one of my favorite shows. It's got a bit of a weird ending, but it's still super, super good. She's really good, the unit's amazing. I just think that it's built more for a Xeon deck. I think it's built more for a green-red Xeon deck, and I'm going to try it out both ways, man, it's fun. But we'll put it in the deck, see how it performs.
You know what they say, either try it out or hate it out. Alrighty, with that being said, let's go ahead and get in this breakdown. Let's get this bad boy rolling. So what are we starting off with first?
Turn 1 plays. Everybody likes to play, show their units, but I think this deck works because it has turn 1 plays. Going first, sure, sucks. Going second is obviously better, but at least you have something to play for turn 1. So I have a playset of Turning Point of History and a playset of Schoolgirl and the Smuggler.
Okay.
This is obviously the first one you want to have, but this is a good later game. Honestly, these are good for either early game or late game. That's why I have them as a 4 of. I don't like early turn plays that I don't want to see, later. That I hate, when you're trying to find that last Link unit and you pull it and it's a Zaku 2/1 that doesn't do anything. Yeah, no, these guys, they rock.
So for this card, I do have a question. How many times does this actually kind of cost you a play?
It cost me one more time?
Cost you a play on your turn 1?
Never.
Never?
Well, cost me a play? No. This card, if I see it first turn, I'm using it.
Okay.
If I see this first turn, I'm using it. I take a look at what I have in my hand, and I search for pilots. Pilots is what makes this deck so good, because everything links to each other. This card, same thing, looking for pilots.
I think that's one of the beautiful things about Clan, outside of depending on how you build it. We have so many 4 or less Clan options. Mm-hmm. And again, there's a lot of Clan cards that, what's her name? I think you might be running her, but she's a command pilot, but she's a Clan and new type, which means pops that off.
Pops it off. I actually took her out.
Oh, really?
I took her out. And I'll explain why I took her out later, but no, I think this is so good because it's a new type. All the pilots are new types. If you have a new type on the board, then you draw a card. So you look at the top 3, put one on top, put the rest on the bottom, and you draw a card.
That's if you have a new
That's
type.
if you have a new type. Yeah, if you don't, then you're filtering out and you're figuring out what your next hand's gonna be.
And that's only if it's a new type in play, right? It's
play.
not. It does not. It's not required to be linked.
No, as long
Okay.
as one in play. In fact, the wording is, I like using wording. Look at the top of the cards of your deck and return one to the top. Return the remaining cards to the bottom of the deck. Then, if you have a new type pilot in play, specifically in play, draw a card.
There we go. Okay.
So you're taking a look at the top three. You're putting one on top, drawing, and if there's a new type on board, then you draw one.
All about reading the future and knowing what you're going to get next turn.
100%. Remind me to tell you about my about St. Gabriel's base later. Super good too.
Oh, you are running that.
I did not. But again, this deck is made for my playstyle. But there's so many ways you can build this. It's great.
Right on. Okay.
Schoolgirl the Smuggler. Look at the top three cards of your deck. Reveal one clan unit or pilot. This looks for either or, and that's so good. Late game, I'm looking for trying to look for my link units, and then return the rest of the bottom of the deck. So good. Now, that's my turn one play. Now we're getting into our, unfortunately, my starting at level 3 is where we start playing units.
I think that's where you and some people might defer, right?
Yeah, I don't. Okay. Gaia and Ortega, great units, great cards, great stuff for clan. Not for the way that I built this deck. Yes, you want to have some really good early turn play stuff. I don't feel they're necessary because Gaia only links to Gaia, Ortega only links to Ortega. I don't need to add any extra pilots or command pilots in my set if it's going to be a detriment later on. Again, I'd rather have this in play than those over there. So we'll run our basic 4 of Suge's Gelgu. Suge has a clan trait, so anything that has clan can link to it. Super, super good. That is my mandatory 4 of if I'm looking for early turn play with these guys.
Okay.
Now let's go to the green cards. I'm running 2 of the level 4/2 costs. I run 2 of them because 4 health is crazy. 4 health is good. 4 health is great against wing. You know, it lives later on. That's what I'm looking for if I don't have a link target. From there, we're running 4 of the starter deck Red Gundams.
Love it. Breach and has an on-attack effect.
Yes, that on-attack effect can one-shot most cards because it gives +2 to up to 2 of your friendly clan units.
Including itself.
So, yep, up to 2 friendly. Friendly can also mean itself. It didn't say other than. And then this guy has a 2 of.
2 of, not 4.
Not 4. Not 4 because of level 5.
Okay. Have you thought about maybe bumping it to 3?
Not at all. So honestly, there's other things that I'd rather see. But clan trait's good. If it comes up, it comes up. Here is where my deck differs from a lot of people, other than what you've already seen. The red cards. I run 3 of the on deploy. Choose one enemy unit and deal 1 damage to it. Super good. It costs 3. It's kind of a weakling in terms of its health, but 1 ping damage does a lot.
Oh yeah,
1
especially
ping
if
damage
it's
can
a
turn the tide.
blocker.
Yeah, and then to have another just a big unit out on play, super good. You must run a playset of the starter deck LR, G-Quux Omega Saikama.
That first strike coming
Oh my
really
goodness
clutch.
gracious. That card, if there's another one, which there usually typically are because all these guys have decent amount of health, they're pretty sticky. They're pretty darn sticky, especially with the attack power being as big as it is. The cards tend to stay around. But when linked, if you have another clan unit card in play, it gains first strike. And first strike is massive. Again, you take that card and you add in.
That is a huge niche though. Is so long as you have another clan unit in play.
Yes.
A lot of people sleep on that.
Yes, that is the easy one to misplay, but play the deck, know the deck, and it'll play itself. But you use this card to buff it +2, and it becomes a 6, and then you.
That's without the pilot too.
That's without the pilot. Add in the pilot gives another 2, so it's an 8. Nasty for first strike, and then you run the the base that can give it breach. Oh, yeah.
Love that base.
I run two. I run two of these level 5 cost G boxes, and I struggle with wanting to add more, and in the end, I feel like I don't need to. The level 7 and 5 costs. If you don't know, the card does. It says look at the top 3 cards of your deck and deploy one plant unit card level 4 or lower. Can you wait for the deck? Sure, but you have quite a few level 4 or less in there, so you don't really have that big of an issue. Especially because the pilot effects. I came back from playing Dragon Ball, so I'm saying leader. The pilot effects, they help you make sure that that's going to be you'll have a target for it.
I mean, even if you don't have a target, it is still a 5/4 body. I mean, it's late game, which, I mean, again, depending on how you're running the deck, you're either going to go full throttle or, need something on the back end. But now, you said you struggle with wanting to possibly add more of this. Is that just because of the deploy effect or because it is a 5/4 unit?
The deploy effect. The deploy effect is just so good. You're paying 5, which is the heavy cost, but you're playing 2 units for 5, and one of them is a 5/4.
And that's when and if it were to pop off.
Right.
Okay, I can see the struggle with that. I feel like that's more of a dopamine effect, knowing you get the effect.
Yeah. So and then this one is it's like playing it for 3 if you play these two, or playing it for 2 if you play that one.
So 2 has been a comfortable number for the 7/5 drop.
Two's been solid, especially because you have these cards. They filter through the deck pretty quick.
Yeah, I think that's one thing I love about Clan is people complain about draw power for most decks. That's why they run blockers in white. But with Clan, it just has 2 base decks. It by itself is really nutty on its own.
You're looking through 24 cards with these 8 cards here. I mean, you're gonna find the card, and that's why I haven't brought it up. Brought the number up there.
Okay.
Going into the leader cards, the pilot cards. You must run a 4 of each Shuji and Machu. Amate.
The food, right?
Yes. Namacha. A little bit different. Let's start with Shuji first. Shuji helps you with her card, and also Shuji helps you with this one card as well. During Link, every time you attack with a clan unit, look at the top card of your deck, return it to the top or bottom of the deck. It lets you scry, magic term, scry. So every time during Link, during means it's a constant effect.
Okay.
So you're attacking. Look at the top card. If it's a level 4 or less clan, leave it on there for that guy, because then you're gonna play that card with it, and get your double effect. This card, if you don't have this card in hand, or maybe it's an earlier turn than level 7, you can play this card after, and this is when linked. So you you really have to swing first here and then link here to get the full advantage of it. If not, you're kind of gambling, which in this deck you can afford to gamble because everything here just works so well together. Look at the top card of your deck. If it's a clan card, you may reveal it and add it to your hand. Add the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck in any order.
And that one's nice because it says a clan card. It doesn't have the stipulation of unit or pilot.
It can be a freaking base. And how many times I've needed a base in my clan? Oh, and that's why I don't run the St. Gabriel. I can search out my bases here if I need to.
That's actually smart. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Super good. Super great.
St. Gabriel was a nice thought process. For those that don't know what that card is, it's from the starter deck 02. The Wings of Advance, which is the Gundam Wing deck. It allows you to look at the top 2 cards of your deck. It is a 5 health base, and when you look at the top 2 cards, you can place one back on top and one on the bottom. Which a lot of people thought was definitely going to see a lot more gameplay, but again, as we've just kind of seen, a lot of the tech from GD02 really allows you to not have to be limited by just looking. You can set yourself up for that kind of future victory, if you will, by looking, stacking. I think this is like the only this is the only deck that you can legally stack in.
For sure. I mean, it's really good. So going into bases next, I have a weird style of gameplay. The way that I play games are kind of strange to some. I've been running a deck with no bases for a very long time, but this is not that deck.
Yeah, I remember playing a version of this when you said I'm running one base, and I went, "Do what now?"
I'm running 4 of the clan battles and 2 of the. I gotta take a look at the right way up. Canaban.
That's the one that we like the most, though. Correct?
I don't know, man. So here's the thing. I'm not playing a lot of cards early game. Having a card to play out to filter a card from your shields to your hand, it's nice to have, especially for one. And then the ability here is just ridiculous because it adds choose a friendly link unit, clan link unit, and it gets +2 AP during the turn. You link in any one of your cards, it gets +2. You get the Shuji with the red Gundam, which gives it also another +2.
They're literally just one-shotting a lot of units. So if somebody's playing blockers, you're just kind of running them over, and if your unit lives, neat. If not, block off.
Yeah. First, like in that with first strike is crazy, but this makes it even crazier. The reason why I'm running this as a 4-2 and I'm contemplating making it a 3-3 split is because this whenever a friendly clan unit links, it gains breach 3.
And that stacks that because the red Gundam from the starter deck is a breach 1, which brings it up to a breach 4. But as we talked about earlier, first strike and breach is kind of nutty.
It's lethal. But again, you only really need breach 1 to hit a shield.
Exactly.
Anyways, so it works really well. But contemplating putting this in a 3-3 split, I like this more a little bit just because it costs 1 versus the cost 2. Comes out a little bit earlier too, but who cares whenever they're attacking into your shields and it pops off for free.
Exactly. Burst effects. What I love about this game, when they burst.
And again, clan trait. This searches clans. Super good.
It's funny because I think you're the only other person I know that does not find it weird running 5 or more bases.
So it depends on the deck. It depends on the deck. This deck just gains so much abilities with this. It's like, why would I not run these cards? Because it's literally adding text to my entire deck. Has to do both these deal with clans. Cool. Why would I not do that and then say, hey, also I'm beefing up a single shield for 5? Cool. It's a no-brainer for me.
All right.
And most decks don't do that. Rirula or the Shuji's hideout pings the damage.
Only if destroyed.
That's Shuji's hideout. But the other one just pings the damage on play. I do like St. Gabriel's. St. Gabriel's is super fun because it happens both on your opponent's turn and your turn. I tried it out in the deck and it worked really well. I was shuffling through my entire deck super fast, but in the end, I wanted something that would make it a little bit more consistent, and that's
from the ad for Machu. Mm-hmm. Now, we've only seen 8 pilots. Are we running any additional command pilots?
No more.
Just the 8.
Just the 8.
Okay.
And I ran 8 of the 4 and 4 of those, and then I also ran 4 of the red command pilot Suge's, the pilot for this card. The in-show pilot for this unit. Pretty much.
Yeah, I will say I did find their pair-ups for colors, cards, and titles very unique because there is a red 2/1 cost. That's a 2/2 unit that is not a clan, but in the show was a clan unit. So, but I think in the card game it is Xeon.
No, I think you're talking about the police one, right?
No, it is it looks like a Gelgu. I run it in my clan deck, but it's Xeon if I recall, not clan. That is the only downside. But it is a level 2 1 cost 2/2 red unit. And in the show, though, it was clan.
I'll take a look at it. I'm running 4 close combats. My alt arts, my 2 alt arts versus the original arts.
Which one's your favorite out of the 2 arts?
Honestly, they're both kicking people. Why would I not like either of them? They're both kicking people. I can't choose, so I put both.
That's fair.
Probably this one because you see the kick a little bit better. Other than that, I mean, they're both
kick to the crotch.
Yeah. and they help early turn too. I try not to play them too early because especially when you're going against blockers and you're going against specific cards, yeah, these just help out a lot.
How late will you hold on to these if you got them in hand?
Depends on what else is in my hand.
Okay.
If I have just nothing else in hand, if I have just a handful of bases and pilots, yeah, sure, I'll take out whatever I can early turn if I have one of these or one or two of them in hand.
Okay.
But other than that, I hold on to them for as long as I possibly can. And then this deck, again, I'm not running any level 1 or level 2 units. I'm only running 4 level 3 units. So my early game is not the greatest, so that also helps out kind of control things early game. And then, speaking of people who like to go wide early game, no one ever plays this card in the locals or any of the tournaments I've played. And I run 2 of them.
All range attack.
All range attack. Choose one enemy unit, deal damage to it for the burst, and then on the activate main, deal 1 damage to all enemy units other than link units.
Other than link units, which is a key word because my brain keeps flipping those back and forth when I see it played. So if there is a non-linked unit, it gets 1.
It gets 1, yeah.
And guess what? Most blockers aren't.
Yeah, non-linked units.
Yep.
My favorite is whenever they go super wide, like turn 3, and then I hand them both in play. And anyone who goes super wide on a rush deck knows that you don't have any health. You only have up to 2 health typically. So those 2 just wipes the board, and then people are left with very few cards in hand to restabilize. And then for those pesky cards that have a little more zing to them, I got my 1 Battle of Ace. Have I thought about taking one of these out for one of these? Yes. The reason why I didn't, I can't figure out which arts to take out.
Fair enough. That is a struggle. So my question to you, with Battle of Aces, how often has Battle of Aces come up in comparison to Close Combat and All Range Attack? Granted, it is a 1-up, but even if you're running 2, how more often do you feel you'd be playing it?
Close Combat comes up more often.
Really?
Close Combat comes up more often. Not because I'm running 4 of them and running 1. I would rather I know my deck is going to deal well with the bigger units. My deck can kill some of the bigger units, but I can't kill upright units. And people that typically stay upright are your blockers, and 2 can take them out. 1 with all those can take them out. I feel like if I've already used a ping into a blocker into a Rick Diaz, I'm wasting this card. I'd rather play that card and just
That's fair.
get most of them out.
Okay. So outside of hearing that you may want to eventually possibly add a second Battle of Aces, what are some techs that you've really struggled with outside of the Quecks, the 7.5? What are some of them that you feel you struggle with, and the bases? We've talked about a couple changes, but
St. Gabriel's was a tough one for me to let go of because it just worked so well. But the bases are great. Adding in earlier units to build a board early to kind of help stabilize early game. The first card that I would love to run but just doesn't work with the deck is the Zaku 2 that on swing gains +2 AP.
It's funny you mentioned that because I was going to ask about that. So, and that's only because again it's taking away from your availability to clan trait.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's weak in terms of its health.
It's a glass cannon.
It is a glass cannon.
It is a nice base breaker. It is a nice Rick Diaz. There's a war killer.
I
it
would
is a
rather
nice.
wait 1 more turn to play the level 3/2 cost for 3/3 than on my opponent's turn have a 1/2 unit that'll play.
That is fair. All right.
What this deck does really well is it messes with blocker players because of all the addition here, and
We have to make choices.
you have to make choices like, do I really want to block this? And oftentimes you don't, and it's a slippery slope whether you do or you don't. And this deck just gets stronger and stronger as you play the game. And it's super fun, super good.
Speaking of strong, what sleeves are we running?
These are actually the black label premium ones they had here at the shop that are no longer there.
Sold out from
Sold
what
out.
I saw, yeah.
They're really good. I'm trying them out for the first time, and I like them. The one thing that I'm not the biggest fan of, honestly, is that they are shorter than dragon sleeves. The gap here is it's more of a perfect fit.
Okay.
So in the dragon sleeves, it has a little bit of a higher overhang, which maybe some people don't like. I feel if I'm losing a sleeve, then I'm possibly losing some protection also.
That's fair.
So that's why. But the back of it, the texture on the back feels really good. It shuffles amazing. That is my only issue with these sleeves.
I think we've been also seeing them go around for like $10.99, and there are 105 sleeves in a box.
There are 105 opposed to your standard 100, so that's nice that in case if there's one that's ripped, torn, or has a manufacturer's defect, then you have something to help out and swap them out.
Pros and cons sometimes when you're picking sleeves. A lot better than Ultra Pro nowadays, in my opinion. But those that was back in the day. We don't talk about those moments anymore.
Before you go, I like at minimum 26 pilots. 26 units.
I was about to be like,
26 units. And this one kind of falls to on the lesser side, which scares me also in the deck. So in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're in 21 units.
that's almost half of the 50 count.
Yeah. And the rest are
The bases, the
Bases.
pilots, the commands, and yeah, the commands pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, everything's commands. This, it runs thin in terms of units because these are helping you find what you need. I don't see a reason to run more right now. Will there be additions? Yeah, absolutely. The new G-Quux with built-in suppression when it comes out.
It's gonna be nutty.
Wonderful. I'm gonna have the hardest time trying to figure out what to take out for that one, which also makes me kind of struggle to take out a card for G-Fred, because G-Fred is also not clan either.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that.
G-Fred is Xenon.
Is a wild one. Well, I look forward to seeing where the profile goes. So, any form of shout out you want to give?
No, everybody sucks.
That's fair. Humans.
No, this was a fun tournament today. Everybody was super cool. Yeah, it was. I look forward to the next one that we're here.
Right
Here
on.
at Legends in Luton, New Braunfels, Texas.
All right. And then before we leave off, so what was your toughest matchup today?
Waking up to come.
That's
No.
that's fair. That is a constant battle.
The toughest battle was definitely the last match. The last match was a young man playing a very, very, very strong deck. He said he had just beat a clan deck going into this, so I was like, well, that's already fun. He already knows what I'm playing. Let's see. First match was really good. First match was against Epion blockers, I think.
Okay.
Epion and Freedom blockers. The next match was Wing Zero. Wing Zero was a really, really solid match all the way to the end. Yeah, it was just tons of really great matches. They were all really close, and in the end, I lucked out. I didn't have a handful of bases and a handful of pilots, so that's what won.
But you came out on top.
Yeah.
That is what matters. Luck is always part of the skill, as they say.
This game is all about luck. This game is, if you draw all pilots in hand, you're just like, well, all right, guys, GG's, game 2.
All right. With that being said, all right, well, we appreciate your time. I'm glad you were able to top. Hopefully, again, you're able to top some more before the end of the year. But this is going to be my last match until the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, something like that. But all righty. Well, good luck.
Appreciate it.
Have fun and catch us in the next one. Wolfpack out.